$34.99, that's $3,499, this is obviously not a device for everyone. This is a device, might I say, for the top 1%, top 10% of consumers. Hey everyone, it is Jaylen Bledsoe, and this week Apple is hosting WWDC. This is their worldwide developers conference, and yesterday was the infamous keynote where they announced hardware and software upgrades. Now, this is really a moment culturally for the tech community. Everyone tunes in, especially when there's rumors like this year of that historical moment, one more thing. This year, it was Vision Pro and visionOS. If you've already watched a million videos on Vision Pro and you're familiar with what's going on here, skip to the chapter on my thoughts on pricing and my predictions on what's next. But first, here's a quick summary. In Apple's words, Apple Vision Pro is a revolutionary spatial computer that seamlessly blends digital content with the physical world, while allowing users to stay present and connected to others. This is not solely a VR, virtual reality device, nor is it solely an AR, augmented reality device. It is a mixed reality device. Between the apps that you use and the environments that you're in, you can switch between both AR, VR, or somewhere in between. This is a device that Apple believes will be a utility for work environments and an entertainment or productivity device for the home. See, I can imagine gaming and movies on this, but I'd have to experience the clarity that Apple has achieved before I could even think about using Microsoft Excel or Word to get my job done on a day-to-day basis. I mean, they're allowing full support of the Magic Keyboard, trackpad, giving access to compatible iPad and iPhone apps, in addition to its own dedicated app store. Across two screens, there are 23 million pixels, and when you combine that with the advanced spatial audio system, that's enough to overlay and experience a 100-foot wide theater in front of you, wherever you are. Whether that's your bed, your living room, an airplane, your office, literally anywhere in the world where you feel comfortable wearing this device, for both the comfort on your face, but also the perception of you wearing that device in the spaces that you're in. This is powered by the custom Apple Silicon M2 and a new R1 chip, and a battery that is so small that it fits into your pocket and gives you 2 hours of power. And if you're at your desk, plug it into your computer, your laptop, your desktop, and get continuous power for as long as you need. Spatial FaceTime calls, 3D models, pictures, and even a feature that will project your eyes on the outside of the device so that when you're in a room with someone, they can see what you're looking at when you're talking to them and not feel completely disconnected. At $34.99, that's $3,499, this is obviously not a device for everyone. This is a device, might I say, for the top 1%, top 10% of consumers. This isn't what the iPhone or Apple Watch was to the marketplace. I mean, the iPhone was about $600 when it released, and inflation makes it about $900 from 2007. But if we go back to the 80s, the 70s, the original Apple computer, if you look at inflation, today is about $3,400, $900, $3,500. So we're right at the point. And when I think about that moment, that was the creation and release of a new experience that has changed the world. So maybe that's what this is. Apple talked about we went from mouses, from trackpads, thumbs, and now the control of this device will be our eyes. I just saw a tweet a second ago where a developer talks about the ability to predict what you will click on based on what your eye looks at before you actually click it. And so if they can monitor your eyes before you move your hands, they've now been able to tap into a new level of controllability and usability for this device and the platform they've created. Now, this pricing is comparable to Tesla's first models costing over $100,000. This was a goal in order to cover the cost of innovation so that one day they can make a cheaper device or a cheaper car like the Model 3, Model 2, or whatever's to come. This strategy is completely opposite of Meta's losing billions of dollars per quarter to create a device that's cheaper up front, which focuses on accessibility. Apple is now effectively a bank, or heavily in bed with the bank. So that $3,499 will become a 2 to 3 year, 0% financing offer through Apple Card. And if they ever want to put this device in more hands of consumers who maybe can't afford that upfront cost, that's just 36 easy payments of $97.19 plus tax. I think Apple is in a unique position because in the end, they have more than 1.3 billion active iPhone users, and 200 million of that are new devices sold each year. So I'd have to assume that future iPhone models, for sure the 2024 release, iPhone 16, will be able to serve as the computer for a future cheaper model. Because when you look at this device today, the technology is in the headset. But if they can put that technology in your phone that you use every day, they can make a cheaper model that is more consumer friendly and more accessible. Now, this device is priced so high, I'd imagine that there's at least maybe around a 3-year development and release cycle at this price point, maybe 2. But anything less, I could not imagine anyone doing frequent upgrades at $3,500 every year. I believe there's a device that comes out in 2024. That's a cheaper device that comes out with that 2024 iPhone, the iPhone 16, I believe. And if it's not that device, following that device in 2025 or 2026, we get more to that streamlined glass type pair that looks like Google Glass. We're at a point now where each of these companies will be racing to perfect their AR, VR, MR headsets. That's Meta, that's Google, that's Samsung, that's Apple. And I believe this will further the development exponentially of the technology, making more powerful devices more accessible to the masses at much affordable prices. And I don't think the headsets are the future. Today, I think they're there, but they're bulky. They're hard to wear for too long. I believe the future is glasses of some level. I really think what we saw with Google Glass is a blueprint of what we'll see in the next 3 to 5 years here in this VR, AR, MR space. And those who are asking about contact lenses, I think we're at least 10, 15, 20 years out from that, at least. When the time comes, I will definitely have my pre-order in, and I will have thoughts for you on my experience, and I'll have pictures on the awkward stares I get in public, on airplanes, walking through malls, of people looking at me confused as to what I'm wearing on my face, and you see my eyes projecting through the device in the most Black Mirror type of way. Well, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you soon. And of course, if you have thoughts, let me know in the comments. Give me feedback. It is well received. And like, subscribe if you're not already, because there's a lot more of this dialogue in tech and business and economics to come from this moment forward. Thank y'all so much.